Close your eyes, please. So friends, I hope you have been contemplating over the ideas about yourself, being yourself. And I always say, the moment you wake up in the morning, before you've been use your thought, engage in some physical activity or going out into the world, first be yourself. I say it again and again because you can see in people total what shall I say? Restlessness, misery, complications, dissatisfaction, feeling of being humiliated, insulted, and therefore being vengeful and miserable. People cannot just abide in themselves, being who they are. When I say it is absolutely easy, I hope you see that very clearly, that in reality, who you are, what your self is the easiest thing to be. Give you enough reasons. You observe yourself and see that and feel it and be it. Very important. You can be listening for years, reading for years, repeating for years, but everything is meaningless unless you are yourself. You may pretend to be calm when you are restless inside. Maybe pretend to be gentle when you are really angry, hurtful, jealous inside. You may pretend to be smiling when inside there is a volcanic eruption, anger builds up, hatred builds up. So there are as they say, like elephant has two pairs of teeth. One for the show, huge tusker. Other is for chewing the food. Most people have two pairs of teeth. One pair to show it to the world, smiling, nice, hello, how are you, chai, coffee, is it everything okay? So smooth and so cool. Inside, the fellow is a rascal, he is a rogue, and he is doing this, and did not give me that, gave something to somebody who is an enemy. You know your private disposition, your mind. As much in your private world of thoughts where you are always lost, In the same place, in the same world of thoughts, there is a foundation of consciousness, awareness, chetana. In the field of awareness, thoughts are being played. But unconsciously, you are so much lost in the thoughts that you have no awareness of your being who you are. It's because from the childhood until your adult days, all of us have been involved with our thoughts, reactions, perceptions, sensations, desires, emotions. For years together, 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, whatever is your year, until the day you are exposed to this possibility that there is something called happiness absolute, there is immortality. And that's too also when you got used, you saw it, you did not catch it. Oh yes, these are the nice thoughts, you are immortal, you are happiness, but Swamiji, you don't know life. Yes. You continue with your pain, misery, everything, forgetting that it completely depends upon you, whether to be yourself who you are, or unconsciously losing yourself in the thought. Unconsciously losing is not in your hand. But even when you are aware that you are suffering, miserable, disturbed, insulted, humiliated, you do not return to yourself. You still continue to be with your thought. Because in that there is a power game. Who has more thoughts, who has less thoughts, who is more kind, who is less kind, who is more angry, who is less angry. It's a power game. So most people stay there. Because the other things, who you are, is the easiest. How? I'll tell you. Please see that. What is that place which is always reached, ever reached? What is that place? There is no place which is always reached, ever reached, or easy to be reached. There is space. Understand? Understand the difference between the word space and place. Akasha and sthana, a place. Your ur, your village, your place, your home. That is a place in the space. Space is something always reached. Not easy to reach, because already reached. In which you are traveling to a place. In the vast space, Mahadeva, you are traveling. Because you are not happy with the space. You want a place. Not happy in Madras, not happy in not happy in Tamil Nadu, so I want to go to Rishikesh. Not happy in India, I want to go to Europe. Not happy in Europe, I want to go to Africa. Not happy in the earth, I want to be the moon. The traveling, the traveler, and the destination. The traveling, the traveler, the person, and the destination, all are in space. There is no space traveler. Don't talk about a moon, outer space, that type of word. space is always reached, because if you are here, you are in space. Space is nobody's destination. Space does not need traveling to. Space doesn't need any vehicle. It doesn't need any time travel to reach or to run away from. You can't go to space, you cannot run away from space, already in space. Even the word easy is not applied. Easy or difficult, going to beach is difficult because we have to walk 1 kilometer. Being in the ashram is easy because there is no distance. To be in the space, is it difficult or easy? Concepts disappear. That which embraces covers, pervades everything and everybody is always reached. That by which you are always pervaded, physically, you are pervaded by the physical space, akasha. So there is no difficulty there to reach the space, to be in space. It's already there. Same way, friends, please think. To know things, listen, to know things means what? To know the things, to see through your eyes and to know the object. See the object. To hear through your ear and listen to the sound. And once you see the flower, thought of the flower is there. The thought of the flower cannot be seen by your eyes. That time you say, I know the flower. Because the thought is there, therefore you shall say, I know. When you say you don't know, my grandfather, that thought is never there. So you see the flower. When the thought is there, named, then you say, I know. How do you know? Eyes don't know. Ears don't know. Nose doesn't know. Breathing doesn't know. If breathing knows, when you are sleeping, a person coming in to steal something from your house, the breathing should say, hey, what are you doing? Breathing is not knowing. Listening is not knowing. That is why you can be inattentive, your mind is somewhere, but sounds continue to come. You continue to eat, but you are not eating how much you are eating. When full, you cannot, enough, yes. So to know, you have to aware of the thought. To know the object, you must be aware of the thought. Thought of the object. When you say, do you know there is a beautiful place there is a lovely tree in Madagascar, Boabao. What is Madagascar? What is Boabao? Lemur. Do you know what is lemur? What is lemur? First time I am hearing. In Madagascar, neither the Madagascar picture comes nor the lemur comes to your head. Listen carefully. So what do you say? I don't know. I don't know. Why? The thought of the lemur and thought of Madagascar is not in my head. If it is there, you shall say, you know. Now, friends, observe. It may be difficult to see something. It may be difficult to remember a thought which you know. But your thoughts are known by you, you are conscious. Can you please take that statement and think over? Is it difficult to know that or anything that by which you know? Listen, to know the flower, you must know the thought of the flower, and the thought must be created by the eyes seeing the flower. Please understand, I cannot make it simpler. To know the flower, straight away, if I say, do you know the lemur? Do you know the hibiscus? Yes. Why? The red flower comes to your head. You know, you are aware. Listen carefully. For that the thought to be there, for you to know, the eyes must see the flower. Are you getting that? The blind man can never say he knows the red hibiscus. But he shall know that he doesn't know. Are you getting that point, please? See that. To know the thought of the object, you must have that thought created by the eyes seeing the object, to have the corresponding form and the color. To remember a sound, the thought of the sound to be there, your ears must hear that sound, so the thought can be created. For you to know the thought of the flower, the eyes must be there, see the object. In these four things, flower may or may not be there. It will go away. In time, you may lose the capacity of your eyes to see. Since your thought is fresh, you say, I know this flower. In time, few years' time, the thought may be gone. Suppose you are out of India, you never see this flower. I don't remember. The thought may or may not be there. But can you ever say, as even you are telling, I know the thought of the flower, you can also always say, I know the thought of the flower is gone. That knowing, that by which you know everything, that by which you also know that you do not know anything in the absence of a thought, that is something absolutely simple, immediate, easy. Not even the word easy applicable there, because to be in space, is it easy or difficult? That concept of easy and difficult do not rise because you are inescapably, choicelessly, inevitably, your body is in space. You can't walk out of the space, nor can you create the space. It's there. A place in space, difficult to arrive. Are you getting that point, please? A point in space is difficult to arrive. Space is never difficult, neither easy. What is easy and difficult? Always there. You plan to reach a place. Walk, fly, swim, run, use a vehicle. Body must be in a good shape. You must be strong. But to be in space, what a plan is needed? What strength is needed? What vehicle is needed? Nothing. To know an object is needed, corresponding sense organ is needed. If you want a form, eyes are needed. If you want to have the knowledge of a sound, ears are needed. If you want to have the knowledge of a taste, tongue is needed. If you want to have a sense, feeling of knowledge of touch, skin is needed. You want to have a knowledge of smell, the nose is needed. Once you see that, seeing is not knowing. Seeing is only perceiving. You hearing a sound is not knowing. Then you ask, Innede? What is that sound? What is this flower? What is the smell? What is this taste? New thing? Why are you asking? Because you are seeing, you are experiencing, you are touching, you are tasting. The thoughts are coming. And when the thoughts are coming, you are knowing, you are conscious of it. But the I thought comes up and says, Idu innede? I don't know. How do you know that you don't know? I know. What do you know? I don't know this thought. The moment the thought comes, you are aware, you are knowing the thought. But who feels? The consciousness doesn't say, I know or I don't know. The I thought, another thought. Child says, I know. He's very enthusiastic, restless. I know. Because he is dying to talk it out because the teacher has asked the question and he knows the answer. Therefore, he's so, the child is ooh. And the person who doesn't know, what is that? What is that? Do you understand? You understand that drama inside? Who is playing that? I owning of the knowing, I does not know. These are a very simple statement but beautiful depth. You must look at it. I owns up knowing, I know. But the I cannot know. It's a thought. It borrows the capacity of knowing from consciousness, from yourself. I know. When the thought is not recognized, the I say, I don't know. How do you know that you don't know? I know. What? From the knowing capacity tells that this object unknown. The I thought say, I don't know. Listen. See that what is happening inside. So objects may or may not be known, may be perceived, may not be perceived. Thoughts may be known, may not be known. I thought claiming to know or claiming not to know, but that by which the I thought claims to know or not to know, that by which you are aware of, the presence of the thought, absence of the thought, that by which, in whose presence you are aware of the eye is seeing or not seeing, that in whose presence you are aware that the flower is existing or not existing, that is something you can never walk away from. Is it difficult to know a something, see something? Or is it very difficult to know that by which you are knowing everything? It's absolutely easy to know that by which you are knowing. The knowing principle, Chetana. Chit Shakti, Chetanatmika, Jada Shakti, Jadatmika. That's Chit Shakti, the power to know. Friends, child, every child, animal, every animal is born with the power to be conscious. What all things you are to be conscious of comes in time. You are born and brought up in a small place, your little village, your little town, your little forest, that much you are knowing. As you travel, your perception expands. More places you travel, more things you see, hear, touch, taste, smell. More thoughts, more memories you gather, but you do not expand your consciousness. That awareness in whose presence you are knowing your little home, your 2-3 people around, your childhood school, your childhood friends, your childhood places, and now that by which you are knowing the place of your work, maybe in this country or another country, this continent or another continent, knowing different types of people, black, yellow, green, red, whatever. That by which you are seeing different landscape, listening to different sounds, watching the wildlife in Africa, snowfields of North Pole and South Pole, mighty Himalayas, huge Kanyakumari where the 3 oceans meet. These are the objects of your perception which helps you to gather your memories, that by which you are aware of your memories, that is always there. So you say, I know geography, I know physics, I know mathematics, I know history. Listen carefully. I am a rich man. I am so poor. I have a small hutment, 1-room flat. I have now 5-bedroom, 10-bedroom house. Listen. Everything, new informations are coming in. But that by which you are knowing everything, that is the ever same, the latest, the best consciousness. Always there. Consciousness is not growing. Your informations are growing. Are you getting that point? Your perceptions are growing. Your sensations are growing. More and more new perceptions, new sensations, new objects you are seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, informations you are gathering. But there is no new consciousness. Neither the things that you are knowing are tired, neither the eyes, ears are tired, nor the thoughts are tired, nor the consciousness is tired. I thought is tired. I only know this much. I don't know much. Now this I, when it's tired, listen carefully, when it's tired, it wants to know. Then somebody says, these are all external perceptions. It is about the external world. You must see something called, in the religious language, you must be meditation, you must be conscious, Atma, you must be Ishvara. Oh, so I is now getting ready to have informations of different kind, meditation experience, gods of different kinds. What happened, friends? Those informations are added to the informations that you have picked up about the world. Previously, you knew your 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers, A, E, A, B, C, D, languages of many kinds. You picked up sound experience, a taste, a touch, a smell. You went different places, different friends, different people. You got it. That is where your argument will be. Have you seen Himalayas? No. Then you will ask, have you seen Kanyakumari? No. Fighting. Two eyes are fighting. I feel proud that I see Himalayas. I feel stupid that I have not seen Kanyakumari. Two people fighting, you also fight inside. Oh, these thoughts are too much. You must meditate. What is meditation? Close your eyes. Something somewhere somebody will say. So you are adding to that information. People are giving new thoughts, new ideas. Listen carefully. They give you new thought, new ideas. But nobody is introducing you to yourself. It's like you are introducing you to many places, but the traveler is always worried. You are knowing many things, and the knower is proud. I know this, I don't know this. But nobody is introducing the individual to that something in whose presence you know everything. And that's something you can never ever miss. Understand? Which is easy, sir? What is known, all the things that are known is easy. Or that in whose presence you are knowing everything. Nobody talks about it. You see the religious discourse, listen to the religious discourses, listen to the places where people are arguing. Everybody is arguing about how much you see, how much I have not seen. What have you tasted, what you have not tasted. What I have experienced, what you have experienced. Arguments. And these arguments shall be endless, because what all things you see, I will never see. Whatever things you have touched, tasted, smelled, I may never have it. You are in mountains, you are in North Pole, that person will never believe that there are deserts, Sahara sand. The person who is living in the flat land of Sahara will never believe there are mountains of Himalayan dimension. The person who is living in a place only seeing the water in the oasis, he can never believe the Amazon river, Ganga river is flooding this place of earth. Think of it, friends. That is why when you come back and tell people, oh, I went to Dubai and I saw 106 floor building, hey, nonsense, what are you talking? But these people has not seen a 106 feet house. Argument. And that argument is natural, friends, because each person thinks what he knows, and that is the end of it. As long as we are in that level of objective knowledge, what all things are known, our arguments will never stop. Be that subject that of secular world, sound, sight, touch, taste, smell, or places of different kind, rivers and mountains, or be that religious world where you talk of the sensations, experiences of various kind, light, different type of sensations or meditations, thought, no thought, this thought, that is the only thought, that time it will be argument. But suppose you point out that by which you know is always there. What all you have known may or may not be there. That by which you know is absolutely easy. The place, the space in which you travel is absolutely easy, ever reached. But a point in space, depending on the distance from you, it will be easy or difficult. Chidakasha, if this is Mahakasha, Akasha means in Sanskrit word, Avakasha Datrutvat Akasha, that which accommodates everything. Here the space accommodates everything. What all is accommodated, difficult to reach, to know, to possess. Space, already reached, and you don't have to possess it. It accommodates everything. So there is no fight between you and me, your space and my space. The delusion is, I purchase this land, so the above space is my land. Like you should not cross, the plane should not move into Indian space, Pakistan space, China space, European space. Who is fighting, friends? The land doesn't fight. Landowners fight. Space doesn't fight. The space occupants fight, friends. Human beings have gone absolutely berserk, crazy. Think, friends. That in which you are traveling, that distance, that place will be difficult to reach. But that in the space in which you are traveling is not difficult to reach, which is always there. Inside, if you close your eyes, Chidakasha, there is another universe of your own. In the consciousness universe, your thought universe is playing. We are comparing, just like in the space we compare. I have 10-acre land, you have 10 cents, there are 10,000 acres, that was 10 million acres. What a fight. Same thing in consciousness space, Avakasha Datrutata Akasha, that which accommodates everything. I have few thoughts, you have little more, somebody has little more, and there is an argument. This fellow doesn't know anything. What is the argument in consciousness, in whose presence you know a little and somebody knows a more? We take pleasure in being superior. Sometimes you take a sadistic, sort of sad pleasure being inferior. Oh, I am a very humble man, I don't have anything. Somebody values austerity, renunciation. Somebody values indulgence and grabbing, possession. Fighting takes place. But nobody talks about that in whose presence you have gathered your thoughts. Forget your thoughts. that's something you can never ever walk out from. Absolutely easy. And that is yourself. That is why, friends, in religious world, what happens? Please think of it. My mind is bursting with that. Morning, I'm so many things I'm writing down, I can't talk everything. Whenever class is there, friends, I share the thought. Please see it for yourself. Come to the matter of faith, please. Ajivin, that by which you are knowing everything is always there. But what you are knowing may or may not be there. Are you getting that? What you are seeing, perceiving may or may not be there. But that by which you are knowing is always there. You may not be in Himalayas all the time, in Andes all the time, in Europe all the time, in Australia all the time, in India all the time, not in Odisha all the time, or in Ganga all the time. But we will be in the space all the time. Shall we compete who is in which space? We must be nutcases. Give me my space. Why? Because somebody says, no, you can't be there. In that space you can't be there. Okay, sir. Displacement is what? You are moving away from African space to European space to occupying that space. That is where the human beings become so stupid. Can we fight for the space? Should we? Can you fight for air? Should we? Think, friends. You are competing in thought level. Can there be a fight at consciousness level? So that is knowledge, by knowing which everything is as well known. Listen carefully. I'll come back to that. Now come to the religious, like a faith, understand. So Ajmin, that is knowledge by knowing which everything is as well known. And the flip side of it is, by not knowing which, anything known is useless. Just see that flip side. That by knowing which, yasmin vigyate, sarvam idam vigyatam bhavati syat. By knowing which, everything is as well known. Because consciousness is the content of not only every thought, but also every perception. That is Anubhava Swarupa. And that Anubhava Swarupa is there when you are experiencing your thoughts, you are experiencing your perception through your eyes and ears, you are experiencing the objects that you are experiencing. In and through every experiences, consciousness is same. That is your Anubhava Swarupa. In that, there is no better, lesser, superior, inferior. Are you getting that point, please? You may live in a huge palace built by the marbles, gold, whatever you consider, sir. But the space in which you are living in, it is not golden space, marbled space, hut-meant space, jungle space. No, space is space. When you are tired, you are lying down, are you looking, whatever wall, brick wala, mudiyade, make it silver brick, golden brick, diamond, are you crazy? We are fighting for sensations. Sensations are level. Perception has limits. Your thoughts also have limits. Consciousness has no limits. You see, in and through everything, the same thing. By knowing which, being with which, you don't have to be, you don't struggle to be with anything or anybody. Listen, friends, because nothing or nobody can be always there to provide you companionship. Nothing in this universe can keep pace with the all-pervasive consciousness. Time has to come to an end. Places will be destroyed. History will be formed. Kings, emperors, rascals, rogues, terrorists, saints, sinners, rich, poor, diseased, healthy, everything shall go. But one thing shall always be there, yourself, the consciousness. Mighty kingdoms, Roman civilization, Babylonian civilization, Mesopotamian civilization, Greek civilization, Indus Valley civilizations, they have come to an end. Your personal life, you are lucky 30, 40, 60 years. Personal life ends in 1 year, child dying away. Before the history was formed, he is out. What are you fighting for? Taking credit. Oh, he invaded India, he invaded Europe, he invaded China, he invaded Tibet, he invaded what? Occupied the moon, traveled. So, what way make any difference to you being who you are? That is the fundamental difference between this Upanishadic vision, so beautiful, which is universal. It helps you to be who you are. But in all types of education, call it religious or secular education, they want to make you somebody. I want to be an engineer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a sports person. I want to be a terrorist. I want to be a saint. Religious, hierarchy. Why do you want to be somebody or something? Why don't you be yourself? Why don't you want to be yourself? But that strength people don't discover. Why? I want to have that faith, the faith that gives me strength. I am fragile. If something gives you strength, are you not fragile without it? That is why. That faith is faith which gives the faith in myself. Is it difficult to get? That knowledge is knowledge in whose presence everything is known. Everything is not known. Always there. That happiness is happiness which is not created, invoked, initiated, uncaused, uninduced bliss. Happiness, always there, in every experience. Vishayanande, Brahmananda. In every perception, sensation, thought, you are always there. So that faith is faith which gives you faith in yourself. Secular studies shall transport our faith, confidence, what? Education, degree, job, money, possession, superior, inferior. Do you want to jump into that game to feel superior and inferior? Why can't you take that all of us are same but playing different roles, like a body? The whole thing is a body from top to toe, whole thing is a body. But knees do something which the toe cannot do, toe do something which the calf muscle cannot do, calf muscle do, and the thigh cannot do, thigh can do something, the stomach cannot do, stomach can do something which the heart cannot do, heart can do something, eyes cannot do, eyes can do something, brain cannot do, brain can do something which no other part can do. Each part has its own speciality, absolutely exclusive, yet all-inclusive. When you say body, everything is included. You are all-inclusive. Your roles are exclusive. Who you are, who I am, who everybody is, always the same. That is why people can't believe that you can accept everybody, live with everybody. You don't have a sense of inferiority, superiority. But the person who drowns in that idea of my superior is inferior, he or she will create a disaster, devastation everywhere. For him or her to be superior, he shall destroy everybody. Like the despot invaders. He's not satisfied with his own little kingdom somewhere, or own little village. It must invade and conquer villages after villages, towns after towns, cities after cities. Then what happens? Can you have it all the time? A faith that gives you faith in yourself, as a result, you don't disturb anybody's faith in any way. You do not disturb anybody's faith. Why? Because you know who he is. It's absolute confidence, knowledge, same thing. And if the Eskimo depends upon the heavy snow and the cut ice igloo house, the jungle man depends on these sticks, leaves for his house. You just think of it. Even these religious dresses, think of it, sir. There are certain countries where there is no, Morocco and other places, if you go into Africa, the houses, Sahara Desert, the houses, they are not like in Indian houses like slope. They are all flat roof, because there is no rain. Here the roofs are all slope roofs. Why? With the rain. The churches are steeps. Why? Because the snow falls and it should flow down. Even the religious customs. Why the people are covering in some of the religious tradition which is created in a desert? What will happen? It's always sand, sandstorm, top to bottom cover your body. So whichever faith is created there, that type of dress code they shall give. What type of cremation they will say? There is no water into which you throw the body. There is no logs of wood to burn the body. Plenty of sand, plenty of earth, dig it up and bury it. The person who lives in cold countries, what type of dress you will have? Completely top to bottom cover. What shall he drink? Not water or the wine. So baptized with wine. Please, friends, think of it. Let us just see the beauty, the diversity, the multiplicity of this universe. It's so beautiful. Only if you have faith in yourself that I am the best, I am the happiness. Aham brahmasmi, brahmeva hamidam jagatsa shakalam. As much I am this truth, the same principle in whose presence I know everything, other person also knows everything. What I experience, in whose presence I experience, everybody experiences the same. What all things we experience, that vary. But that we experience is same. What all things we know, varied. In whose presence we know, same. Is that what? Formless? Yes. Is that formless in and through all forms? Yes. So which form is more sacred? Suppose there is only formless, there are no forms. What are you going to worship? Whom are you going to think? Who is going to philosophize? Forms are needed. Formless space is needed. Consciousness is needed. Thoughts are also needed. For you to live a life, friends, both para, apara. The infinity, finite. You are living in space, but you can live in total space. You live in finite space. Suppose you have to have a house covering the entire space. Can you have a house? We are enjoying a limited space. 10 feet by 10 feet, 100 feet by 100 feet. Inside that, all your houses, everything so beautiful. Suppose your body is as large as the ocean, Therefore, the king's body grows with his kingdom. Will he ever fight for kingdom? Just think of it. If the empire, with your empire expanding, your body also is expanding, will you search for that empire? God knows why people do that. That by gaining which everything is gained. That by knowing which everything is known. Absolutely simple. Because what is easy? To know everything or that by which you know everything? To know, to perceive, you have to struggle. Object must be there, sense organs must be there, thoughts must be there. But to be that by which you are knowing everything? That by which you are knowing everything is the ultimate truth. All things that are known, you use it to make your living beautiful. Because if you don't think, air conditioning is not available everywhere. But then the air-conditioned atmosphere is there. Where? Higher you go, cooler you feel. Himalayan mountains, Andes mountains, Alps mountain, people go there. Oh, this is very cool. So they were staying there. So the person must have thought, how can I bring the same coolness in the desert also? Air conditioning. They thought. And everybody, in the humankind, everybody has contributed to the beautiful life, except, what shall I say, the people are invaders. Come in, settle down, discover things, add to the knowledge, inventions, developments of the world, not to possess. Why should you enslave a country? Why must you change somebody's faith? Why should you enslave people? First. So, what is the best faith? A faith which gives the faith in myself. If it gives you, if you transfer your strength, if you transfer something's strength or faith to myself to be faithful, that object I have to protect. So different people, different faith. So the symbol of faiths are destroyed. The faithful sacrifices their life for the symbol of faith. Hey, you are it. Can anybody be standing apart from the infinite expanse? Can anybody? Friends, all that you know is difficult to know and remember. But that by which you know is always the same. The faith that gives you the freedom to respect every faith, to believe in everybody, everything. If your confidence comes from your money, it will be a confidence buster, not booster. Money is gone, your confidence is gone. You find confidence in some job, job is gone, you are gone. In a life or a practice, that life is that a particular role is gone away or the practice is gone away, your confidence busted. Self-confidence means confidence in yourself. So I believe in God so that I believe in myself. Or I believe in myself so that everything is divine. Choice is yours. God is not a thing for a form. It is everything, all pervasive, friends. We'll see that. So please observe, ask yourself. Close your eyes. Is it difficult to be aware of that by which I am aware of everything, all thoughts of mine, the whole perceived creation, as far as my sense organs can travel? You are in a different part of the world, somebody in a different part of the universe, somebody is in a different part of a country, but all of us are in same space, not only outside, but the same space of consciousness, Chidakasa, Chidambara, awareness everywhere. Please don't get drunk by the power, position. You must have seen animals. In Odisha there is a fruit tree called mahula. Beautiful, very nice sweet fruit. In the season, the bears will come and eat plenty of it. Then they will go on reeling here and then falling down because they are drunk. Like the monkeys in Amazon, they eat a fruit and everybody is going crazy. Even the big animal, elephant, eats that and the elephant will be going crazy here and they will be laughing at it. Such a massive, powerful animal falling apart. Human beings get drunk by power, position, information, money, wealth, youth, little identity, drunk. Becomes an object of entertainment for the wise, in a sense. Power, poor thing. What is he doing? Money made him mad. He killed people. Religious faith made him mad. He destroyed people. Should he be getting drunk by that? Or you should have the sanity of yourself being who you are. And you shall never get drunk with power. You shall never, ever consider yourself smaller or bigger. Sarvopadi vinirmukta, vayovastha vinirgata, free from all upadis, every thought, every form, chetana, awareness. Vayovastha, free from vaya, age, and avastha, childhood, youth, old age. Vinirmukta, vayovastha vinirmukta. Mother, call it consciousness, chetana, name it anything you like. Don't hold on to a name, be the nameless. Don't hold on to the form, be the formless. Then live with every name, every form. A faith in myself makes me to live with every faith. Nothing is superior, inferior. The humanity is aware. The heaven is not somewhere. Right here, now, in yourself. Long before you try to create a heaven for somebody, or trying to send somebody, not by killing, but helping you to discover here, first, see it for yourself as you are. Let nobody tells you what you must be. You must be educated, uneducated, austere, indulgent, rich, poor, this position, that. No. What you must be is who you are. Thank you, friends. Go and dwell on this. Think over, please. Be yourself. No other role is more satisfying than that. Manasicha parituste ko dhani ko daridra. When you are comfortable, happy with yourself, who is rich? Ko dhani, ko daridra. Who is daridra? Who is poor? Who is rich? Who is big, who is small? So no inferiority, no superiority. You have a sense of superiority, you are as stupid as when you have a sense of inferiority. And if you have it, anger, hatred, jealousy, you cannot escape. You create your own cyclone inside, understand? Physical body, hunger comes. But the physical hunger cannot be satisfied forever. Hunger comes, you take a food, that time it is gone. Again hunger will come, again you have to eat something. There is no food in the world which can completely take away your hunger, physical. Friends, your hunger in the mind, I want to be happy, I want to be immortal. Hungry for immortality, hungry for happiness, hungry for fulfillment. That hunger, once satisfied, satisfied forever. And to satisfy your hunger for immortality, happiness, fulfillment, freedom, you don't have to go anywhere to look for something or somebody. But you find it in your self-awareness. Ahamasmi sadabhami. I am always there, Chetana. Always shining, eternally blissful. That hunger is gone forever. Therefore you ask yourself, are you acting, living because you are happy and happy to live? Or you think by living I will be happy? By living you will be happy, death will threaten you every moment. By having something I will be happy, you will be threatened by its absence. But I am happy to have, happy not to have. Happy to live with the body. Happy the body comes to an end. Happy the thoughts are spreading, happy. Thoughts are not there. And you introduce other people to themselves, not to your thought, not to your practice, not to your lifestyle, not to your food. That is where people say, I have got a better food, I don't. A person who is eating food, he thinks he is better than other people who are starving. Somebody has something, he thinks is better than having something else. Human relations become a disaster. You are not happy to love somebody because you are the love itself. By loving somebody, you are happy. So that somebody says, no, I don't want to be loved, you are dead. You are happy to relate, not by relating somebody you are happy. Having which faith, you love every faith, every shade of faith. If somebody finds comfort, what is my problem? Understand that. See that and feel it for yourself. Every moment, friends, is easy, easy, easy. Difficult to hold on to anger, hatred, jealousy, vengeance. If you see, understand only, you will understand. However much I say, it means nothing unless you are aware. Thank you.